Okay, so now that was connective tissue proper cells, and next is connective tissue proper fibers. So connective tissue proper contains three types of protein fibers. Those are collagen fibers, reticular fibers, and elastic fibers. Fibroblasts synthesize and secrete subunits of the protein fibers, and then the subunits join outside the cells to form the protein fibers. And if you look at the size of the cells and then the size of the protein fibers in the cartoons, you can see why the small little cell couldn't extrude a whole complete protein fiber. Instead, it secretes the subunits and they join up outside the cell to form the larger protein fibers in the tissue. Collagen fibers are the most common protein fibers in connective tissue proper. Each collagen fiber consists of three protein subunits, which are wound together like a rope, as shown in the lower left. And you end up with collagen fibers that are long and straight, and that can be appreciated in the electron micrograph on the right. That is extremely magnified picture of collagen fibers. Collagen fibers are the strongest connective tissue proper protein fiber. They are like ropes. They are flexible, but they are very strong when they are pulled from either end. Collagen fibers are very plentiful in regular and irregular dense connective tissue, which we'll learn about in a bit. Collagen fibers are found in tendons and ligaments, and tendons connect muscles to bones, and ligaments connect bones to bones. Both tendons and ligaments can resist tremendous force due to the strength of collagen fibers. Reticular fibers are made of a different type of collagen protein subunit than collagen fibers. There are actually multiple types of collagen in the body. There's not just one. So the protein subunits in reticular fibers form thin branched fibers rather than straight, thicker fibers, as in, collagen fibers. Reticular fibers form webs that are strong and flexible, and the webs support the working cells of an organ like the liver, for example, or the spleen. The webs are able to resist forces from many directions, protecting the working cells. Here, the reticular fibers are stained black in this top picture, and in between the black reticular fibers, you can see the working cells, which this is a picture of the liver. So these are liver cells here, okay? And you can see the cells, and they're called hepatocytes, and they have little nuclei showing. And there you have it. And then down here is, on the bottom, is a picture of the spleen. And now the reticular fibers are shown with each of the little blue arrowheads pointing to them, sort of black. And then the little dots in between are red blood cells, and those are the cells that are moving through the spleen, and they're being filtered by the spleen. It's all held up and together by the reticular fibers. Elastin fibers are composed of several proteins, elastin, fibrillin, and others, and they are wavy and branched. Elastic fibers can stretch 2.5 times the resting length and then recoil to their original length. And here's a little picture that's showing you an elastic fiber when it's in a relaxed state in the upper cartoon. And then when stretched, lengthens out. The elastin fibers are green in this cartoon, and the fibrillin fibers are pink, and they're trying to show you that the structure of the elastic fiber as a whole is such that it can really stretch. But once the force on it, whatever it is let go, this tissue is so structured so that it will just snap back together to its relaxed state. So elastic fibers are found in organs that need to stretch and recoil, like blood vessels, the skin, and the lungs. And here on the right, we see a muscular artery with elastic fibers stained black. This would be the wall here of a muscular artery. The whole artery isn't seen, just a bit of the wall here. This would be the lumen. If you see what I'm circling with my, all right, so that was cells and fibers, and now connective tissue proper, ground substance, and extracellular matrix. Ground substance is a mixture of water, about 90%, and proteoglycan molecules. The water and the proteoglycans form a gel. And then the connective tissue proper, cells and fibers, are suspended in the gel. Proteoglycans are secreted by fibroblasts. They're composed of protein, that's the proteal part, and sugar, that's the glycan part, molecules. They act as a sort of sponges for water. Water clings to the proteoglycans, forming the gel-like ground substance. The ground substance is very good at resisting compression. You know, think of a gel, like if you have gel inserts in your sneakers or something like that, and they resist compression. And now a word on extracellular matrix. Extracellular matrix consists of the ground substance and the protein fibers. So the only thing left out is the cells, right? But it makes sense that extracellular matrix would be the stuff outside of the cells, right? So if you see, and you often will see, the phrase extracellular matrix, you can think the stuff outside of the cells, which is ground substance and fibers. Connective tissue proper contains few cells, as we learned, and it actually mostly consists of extracellular matrix. There are two major types of connective